Hey all, making a new video because it was requested that I do a tutorial on how to show installing a Windows 8 operating system on a virtual machine. But before I get started, I should mention I do not promote pirating or anything like that. Go buy the software. You know, people work hard for this. So, that being said, I'll continue on for what the reason you're here is to see this. I had also seen, before I get started, on forums that somebody had mentioned that they could not get Windows 8 to work with their virtual machine, and they were using VMware like I'm going to show how to do. I think the only thing that you really need to make this work is the newest version of VMware, which I have Workstation 9, which was the new one when I had got it. So if they updated it since then, sorry for incorrect information, whatever. Anyway, on to the tutorial part. As you can see, I already have Windows 8 installed. Doesn't matter, it'll let you do it a second time. All you gotta do is start out, File, New Virtual Machine, or Control N. You select the typical, which is recommended, the top option, and then just click Next. What you want is the installer disk image, which is also the ISO file. Mine came in automatically because I already used this file with the last time I set up Windows 8, so you will have to manually select this. You just go click Browse. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to show you all that. I'm hoping that part's simple enough. So you just go up Browse, find wherever you have your ISO image at, select it, and then it'll autofill this information right here, basically the path to where the ISO is. Once you've done that, click Next. This will come up for you so you can enter the product key. If you don't have one, you do not have to enter the information in there. So say you downloaded a trial copy of Windows 8 because you wanted to test it out before you made the big move and got the full copy. You do not have to enter anything in here, and I am not going to do that just to be able to show how it works. So just click Next. It'll give you a warning or a message saying you didn't enter product key. Windows will install without one, but it'll have to be manually activated. Just click Yes, so you do want to continue. Now, virtual machine, you can name it whatever you want. Since I already have one, it's just going to tell me this is Windows 8 2. Name it whatever you want. Leave location as is, unless you want it to go somewhere else, but this defaulted for me. My documents, virtual machines, Windows 8. Click Next. Now, disk size. Really, you can have whatever you want. It recommends 60 gigabytes. I think I actually bumped mine up to about 100 so that I had plenty of room to play with it for the whatever trial period is, since I'm actually running it through VMware as a trial because I don't want to overwrite my Windows 7 yet. You can leave it. In this case, I'm just going to leave it, whatever. Split virtual disk into multiple files or as a single file. I've never played around with that, so I can't tell you what that's going to do. I just kept it as the default, split virtual into multiple files. Click Next. It's going to give you a brief overview. This is what you're giving it. It's about 1 gig of memory. Not a ton, but it'll work for my purposes of showing how to do it. Power on this virtual machine after creation. It's just going to go through and, well, power it on after I click Finish, so we'll do that. Windows 8 2. I should mention this might be a little bit sluggish because using my screen recorder and VMware both are memory hogs. So if this looks a little sluggish on my end, it has nothing to reflect about, you know, how the process works. It'll probably be quicker on your end because you're not trying to do a whole ton of stuff like I am. So I'll just close this little window that came up. And I also am using this in partial screen mode. So you got a little scroll bar here, you can scroll up and down. Full screen mode would probably kill my computer since both programs are memory hogs. Setup is starting. I'm actually going to pause the recording, guys, and let this setup get to wherever it needs to be next, so I'm not, you know, have a 15-minute video. Oh, alright, never mind. Scratch that. Okay, so it went a little quicker than I thought it was gonna. We have multiple, at least my version that I have gives you the option of multiple operating systems you can choose from. Make sure you pay attention because they have repeats, because starting at this Windows 8 here, it is for 64-bit computers. 64-bit computers can have more RAM than the 32-bit, or 86 as it's sometimes called. I am going to go with actually Windows 8 Pro, 64-bit, because that's what my computer is. Click Next. Now this one, I will pause this for because I know this is going to take a couple minutes to get this done. So I'll quick pause this, and then I'll return. Alright guys, we're going to resume this here, so put down your bag of chips and let's go. The copying Windows files, that took maybe 1 minute. Getting files ready for installation, that probably took, I don't know, almost 15 minutes in itself. Installing features was pretty much instantaneous, and as you can see, the rest of it went pretty quick. So we're just going to click Restart Now. Give it a little bit to think. Can't find my mouse now. Control Alt to get my mouse back. That's a VMware controls. You can see it's going to sit here. It's got a little spinny wheel. And this is where the awkward silence part of this video comes in. So, how about that weather, eh? Alright, here we go. Looks like we're moving now. Oh, come on, work with me here. Nope, back to the spinny wheel. Suppose I could have paused this too, so you guys didn't have to wait for it, but at least this way you get to see how long it kind of takes, and you're not ready to throw yours out the window because it's not going fast enough. There we go. I think getting ready is something that's been doing for the past 15 minutes. Alright guys, I'm going to pause this and I'll come back when it's ready for me to do something else. Alright guys, we're back at it here. This screen came up, product key again. VMware asks you for it, and then Windows 8 will ask you for it when you get it booted up. Since I'm in partial screen mode, I have to scroll down on the side here and just tell it, skip it. We'll see if it'll let me do this since I have two versions. Maybe it'll... Oh. Nope, it's good. Now I walk you through. You can choose whatever color you want. I'll make this one yellow. Alright, that is not yellow. So we'll try yellow over here. There we go. That is an ugly color, but we'll go with it. PC name. We'll call it Windows 8. Yep, sorry, I tried to put a space in there. Cannot do that when you're naming your PC. So, let's call it Windows 8. We selected our color. Pick the worst color out there. Now we can either use Express settings, or you can customize. I do want to turn on sharing. My own personal preference. So yes for that. You can switch into these if you want to. I have slow and low bandwidth internet, so I do not usually automatically install. But choose whichever is right for you. I'm actually going to turn this off so it doesn't try to stall anything when I boot it up, because I'm going to be deleting this once I get done. We'll just keep clicking next so we can get through this. Whatever settings you want, change them. For the sake of making this shorter video, I'm just going to take them as they are. Finalizing your settings. Greets you. Hello. No, they're still getting things ready. New way to use Windows. It really does not tell you much about how you can use the new Windows. It gives you a very basic tutorial on it, but your PC is ready. Swipe in from any edge. This is if you have a tablet computer or touchscreen. It also shows you, just in case you're a laptop user, you don't have a tablet. There we go. Move your mouse into any corner if you're on a non-touchscreen computer. Yada yada. I'll show you this a couple times until it gets going. Repeat this one. This is a tablet again. Now, I'm not going to pause it again just for this. You guys are going to be stuck listening to me babble on about this. Or just the silent treatment. That sidebar that it shows is new. It kind of gets you some of your controls. It gets you to your settings. You can search for apps. Stuff like that. That is new to Windows 8. PC's still getting ready. And once this fully boots up, I'm not really going to show too much on how to use Windows 8, because that can be a whole nother ball game. That could be a whole nother complete video, and I guess I don't want to spoil it for any of you adventurers who just want to get out there and play with it. I don't want to spoil any of the tips, tricks, and any digging you'll have to do. So take a few minutes. We'll wait for it. Installing apps. I got this the first time I set it up. Doesn't really matter. It's looking for the CD-ROM device, which it doesn't need to be able to find that really, so just click OK. Let it continue on with its life. And the reason that probably pops up, which I can't guarantee, but I have to guess, is because the CD drive is usually set up through the virtual machine. So if you don't have that set up in the virtual machine, your guest operating system, such as Windows 8, will not be able to find it either. And you can see in my virtual machine here, VMware, it shows you right down here, it's set to auto detect that CD drive, and it can't, so that's why that pops up. Please don't turn off your PC. obviously, because that can corrupt your files if it's in the middle of installing and you shut her down. Alright guys, eliminate these awkward silences. I'm going to pause this again and wait for this to hurry up and finish whatever the heck it's got to do. So, pause it and I'll return. Alright guys, back again. That only took another couple minutes, so it wasn't too bad, but I figured you've been waiting and watching this video for a long time now, so I'll try to keep it short. But, in all, this is basically Windows 8 for you. I'm not going to show that too much, because like I said, that's a whole nother video. So, this is about it. If anybody has any questions, comments, they need help with something that doesn't work right, just leave a comment on the video. I'll do my best to help out. So, thanks everyone for watching, and I hope this helps you.